everybody. We've got Elizabeth over here. She's the broker owner of West Covina of Remax Champions. How you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm surviving. How are you surviving out there?
Out here in my land, in my world. I'm
Right.
I'm trying to keep my sanity, but I'm doing great. Thank God.
Right. Well, I mean, like you're seeing, like, because you're in LA County. I'm over here in Inland Empire. I mean, do you seeing much of a difference out when you go to the store or anything like that, or?
Okay, so because remember, I have West Covina, but I have North Central, so I go dual county.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. Okay, so I'll say this: the difference that I have seen is that when this whole thing first started, there was hardly anybody out on the streets. Right, like I could go on the hiking trail. I can drive relatively fast to make it from A to B. Lately, I don't people are out because I've seen traffic on the freeway, traffic on the street, and I'm trying to find out, okay, if we're supposed to be at home, where are all these people coming from?
And where are they going?
And where are they going? And I don't want to be where they're going.
Oh, shit.
Because we're supposed to keep 6 feet distance apart.
Right?
But the difference I've seen is I've seen now more people on the street.
Oh, okay. All right. I do see traffic as well, which surprises me. I'm like, where are these people at? They should be they should be at home, but I get it. Yeah. And
I did
you've
see
been in the industry for how long now?
22 years.
22 years. So
20,
you remember the old crash, right?
oh my gosh, that crash hit hard. Yeah, so I do remember the crash.
Does it feel like
I remember the crash when, well, not the crash, but I remember when interest rates were like 14% when I was a kid. Because I would look at the mortgage statements from my mom and I would help her budget and, write stuff down. I was a kid. She was teaching me all these things. So I remember those days too, but just with the interest rates. But I do remember the last crash that we had, and that was difficult.
does it feel like we're kind of going in that direction, or what are your thoughts around that right now?
No, absolutely not.
Good.
The reason I say that with so much confidence and the way I sound with it, because the way that happened, that crash happened, think about it. Everybody was giving, all the lenders were giving loans to just anybody. And I'm going to plead guilty on that. I was one of those lenders. We had CISA, NINA, we had all of those loans. Stated income, stated assets, no income, no assets. We were calling gardeners landscape artists, and they were buying $500,000 homes, and it was just crazy. So this time around, absolutely not. We have so much equity in property right now that's the security that we have. I've been saying it for these last couple of weeks that this is just, it's a health crisis more so than anything. Will it affect businesses? Absolutely. We're not gonna lie about that. It's happening. Small businesses, even large businesses is gonna affect it. But as far as home values, just a little bit, but crash, no.
Yeah. It's funny. I was reading an article, I think it was last week, and they had talked about it won't, the real estate will be pretty resilient, and it's going to be your service industries that are going to get hit, like your cruises, it's the restaurants, they're going to get hit pretty hard, your hotels. So yeah, if there is something that's going to get hurt, it's going to be those. They're already hurting right now. So, but right now, like you said, the real estate seems to be pretty resilient. I don't really see the prices fluctuating too much, going down or anything like that. The people that are out there, they're serious. The sellers that are selling, they want to sell, but going to that, how have you changed your way of doing business now? Because it's a lot different right now.
Oh yeah, it is. It's taken you know what it is? It's not so much different because I mean, even you have said it, Jaime, people need to embrace social media. You said it so well. You've done your courses on social media. I've done my courses on social media. I've said it to so many people. You have to embrace social media for you to get to be in front of the person, in front of the client, in front of the consumer. And I think the one thing that has differentiated everything now is the fact that we're on Zoom, we're doing FaceTime. If you're not an iPhone user and you're an Android user, you're doing Google Duo, you're doing Skype. I mean, everything is now virtual. Electronic signatures, that's already been done, so that's easy. But communicating to the client, virtual. Trainings, virtual. Even touring homes have gone virtual, but touring homes going virtual, we've seen that done before. It's just that now it's more.
That's a bigger push,
A
right?
bigger push.
Are you
So
seeing like, go ahead.
oh
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm gonna say the Zoom companies, they're making money. They knew that this was gonna happen.
They were just
One way
waiting.
or another.
Yeah. Now, are you finding any kind of resistance from your agents right now trying to embrace social media, getting on the camera still? Because I kind of getting it a little bit still. I'm like, get over
Yeah,
that, guys.
yeah. I mean, we pushed out a video last week, and it was to give thanks to the frontline workers. Some of these agents that sent me their thank yous, they got involved, and I was happy about it. And the majority of them, they've never been in front of a video. They never done not even not a selfie, but a video in front like that
Right.
before. So I was able to push them out of their comfort zone a little bit. I do have those other agents that it's still a struggle, and I don't think they really understand the fact that we're not in the age of technology, or like we're not in the age period that we're going to be all the time able to communicate one-on-one in front of the client. We have to embrace technology. We have to embrace computers, videos. It's like the Jetsons, at one point or another. I don't know if anybody remembers that cartoon, but at one point or another, you never know. We're going to lead to the industry of having our cars fly and zoom around. Where our driver's licenses are going to probably have an airplane or like saying on there. But I have gotten some agents that were able to embrace it. Some not so much. But it's funny, they do the Zoom call. They just hide their face.
Guys, you got to get into this. I mean, I like that. So that's how you keeping morale high with your agents right now in your office, is the Zoom meetings. And what about trainings as well?
Trainings, we did we already started the third quarter, not the third quarter, I wish, the second quarter, and I had to do a Zoom meeting for our second quarter meeting. That's how I've been doing the keeping the morale up. I've been messaging the agents. I've spoken to the agents. I said this, I forgot who I said this to recently, but it was funny because during our Zoom meeting, one of the agents said, "Oh my God, you're on Zoom. I'm so happy to see you." And I'm thinking to myself, don't you communicate outside the four walls of the office? So definitely, I'm keeping their spirits up. I honestly think that the video that I did last week with thanking the frontline workers, that helped a little bit more.
Right.
And I know that it's, listen, being an office owner with so many agents, I know that I have to be the leader and be not in front of their faces, but make sure that they're pumped and, still have energy and still wanting to, get the business. But most importantly, I just want to make sure that they're okay here.
Right.
Because if they're not okay here, it's going to be hard for them to even communicate. So I've been doing text messages. I've had phone calls from agents that just want to talk, and I don't have a problem doing that. That's the best thing that you could do. Just communicate and have a conversation. At this point, I'm not going to ask how's your pipeline, how's your client. No, 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 no. How are you doing here, and how are you doing at home?
Right. Now, I mean, that's awesome that you're doing that because, I mean, as a leader yourself, I'm sure you've got to appreciate, the tools and the stuff that Remax Champions is as a collective. They're able to look at those other trainings as well. It's like, because there were 7 different offices, but they're still out there right now. They're still having all these trainings to keep everything and everybody informed as agents. So it's not just like one office stays to one office. They're able to go and see and interact with these other offices and be able to, I think that interactions are what's really going to help them, keep that morale going. And I think, again, you as a leader, seeing how Jennifer, they're implementing all this stuff. I mean, that's got to help out everybody in the long run.
It's appreciative of our broker to do that. um I say that with a big heart, because there's a lot of brokers out there, and obviously there's no reason to name names, or not to bash anybody, because that's not what I'm here to do. But there's so many office owners out there that I have heard the feedback of agents that work in those offices asking, what is it that you guys are doing at Champions? Because our office is dead. It's crickets. No one's in the office. No one's doing trainings. You'd be lucky if you get a phone call, you know, and all they know is that the office is closed, and it's closed for a certain amount of time. Where here at Champions, Jennifer, had spoken to her like after the whole uh when we had to stay home, the stay at home order, you know, she was trying to think of some trainings and meetings, and we're brainstorming along with the other partners, and we're trying to think of ideas of what's going to be of value. And if all of these trainings were spread out for the whole year, and we're doing it all, in a condensed version where we're putting everything all in and within 2 months, that's a great thing, because now the agents have no excuse to not be able to attend. The Zoom helps out a whole lot. Again, it's technology driven. Remax is very advanced in the technology aspect, which I'm very happy about. But everyone has the opportunity to learn something different, whether it's your sphere of influence, prospecting, tech tools. We have it all, which I'm very happy about. And it's something that our agents are embracing. And I'm so happy for them, because they're seeing the side that we as leaders already know, and what we've been trying to push.
That's good, and it's good for everybody else to see that this is working and it's helping. Because I can't imagine if I'm an agent at another company, even if I wasn't in real estate, and if my leader's not out there doing something, I think I'm going to be going, whoa, what's going on? I mean, like you said, you're checking in on your agents to see where they're at right here, and that's huge, because we're stuck at home. We're supposedly supposed to be at home all this time. Can't exercise. We're sitting there probably eating bonbons all day and
Yeah.
binging on Netflix. I mean, it gets old after a while. So that mental check, I really, I have to give you kudos, because I really appreciate that you're doing that for your agents.
It's hard, because there's that phrase, cabin fever.
Mm.
uh Agents are going to get cabin fever, and I got it. I'm not going to lie, I did get it. When the whole stay at home order happened, I will be the first to say I did not stay at home. I continue going to the office, continue with my regular routine. I still wake up early in the morning, because besides the office, I still have to take care of my mom. Being that we're at home, I still take care of her. I do my thing, but I still went to the office, checked up on my files. I went to my lending department. I went to go check up on my loans. So I was doing the whole, my normal everyday, life. It did hit me after 2 weeks of it, because I was seeing that the streets were empty. And I was seeing that there's no one in the office, and that's hard. And I'm like thinking, well, okay, well, I can let me go grab a bite to eat. And my favorite sandwich shop was closed.
Oh, your comfort food.
My comfort food, I mean, Jersey Mike's, that's like my thing. I couldn't even get a sandwich. And I decided, you know what? Maybe I should take a break because we're so much in the hustle and bustle. Maybe I need to take a break. Okay, so I took that break for like a week. Uh yeah, that's the most that I can do. I can't the staycation for me it was difficult. But I went back into my normal routine. I just have to remember that the things that I couldn't do before, I have so much time now to do them.
Right? Especially like learn other new, things, stuff like that. So
Yes.
now, is there any like advice out there that you'd give like agents right now?
Oh, yeah. The
Oh,
advice,
yeah.
and it comes from the heart.
Ouch! I feel like it's gonna sting a little bit.
It might sting a little bit. Hold on, I gotta disclose.
Okay.
It may just sting just a smidge, but I'll just say it. For the agents that thought that it was hard to get business before, look at the situation, the position that you're in now. Remember the times that your team leader or your accountability partner or even your office in general, out of all offices, kept saying and kept pushing, you got to do this, you should be doing that, you should try working on this, you should try uh, even cold calling. And everyone or those agents decided, no, I have a better way of doing my business, but yet weren't getting the business. Look at where you're at now. And you should have listened to what we were trying to say then, because it could be helping you right now. You know, the best advice that I can give right now is, obviously we have to check our egos. That's number one. We have to humble ourselves. That's number two. And the one thing that we might want to try to do is restructure our business and what we're going to be doing when we get out into that world again, because we have to kick it into high gear within ourselves and at home, and make sure we have that mindset to prepare us. So whether that's, instead of being a solo agent, maybe joining a team or maybe getting an accountability partner, because regardless if we've been seasoned for so many years, we still need the training, we still need the help. So we're not Superman and we're not Superwoman, we still need the help. So the best advice that I can give, start working on yourself at home to be able to help your client, because you need to take your business to the next level. And that's always been a phrase that's always been used. How are we going to get our business to the next level? It starts with us. But then what are we doing? And if we're not doing anything because we think that we know how to do everything, well, no, 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 no. Because look at those people that thought that they're doing everything, but they're doing nothing during this time. So it's basically refreshing our memories, getting an accountability partner, going on Zoom and doing that, cold calling, find out ways that you can strengthen yourself and look beyond this. We can't be enclosed. So I think that's the advice. The advice that I give is work on yourself, get some personal growth, change up here, because we're not perfect. We're not always right. We need help from somewhere else. And if someone's giving you advice, it's because they've already been placed in that position. So be open to receive it and be open to using it and doing something about it.
There you go, guys. That's great advice. I mean, right there, you like you said, you got to be coachable, be a little uncomfortable. It's not going to be fun. It's a learning experience, but we're all are going we're all going through it, actually, to be honest with you. I'm going through it right now. So guys, I mean, take that advice from Elizabeth here. Those are great words of wisdom. We really appreciate you being here. Loved it. So till next time.
I loved it too.
Right, see, it wasn't too bad, right?
Not too bad at all. No, I'm not sweating.
Oh my God. Girl. There you go, people. Be you.
Be you. That's all you can do. All right.
Bye. See you later.